really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
And now the Lakers starting group. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Russell. And it's Hibbert in at the 5 down low. And for Kobe Bryant, how difficult was last season? Starting out strong, even though the team, Greg, around him wasn't very good. But then everything, including Bryant, fell to pieces.
And when you're a competitor, the way this guy is a competitor, you can't stand to lose. So you push your body to the limit to avoid that. But what happens at age 36 when you've got the kind of miles that Kobe Bryant has, you know, you just can't go it alone. That's why Kobe lasted only 35 games.
No good off the front iron. So it's Minnesota now. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Here's Kobe following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Kobe goes in. Randall dishes to Kobe. The baseline jumper goes down. Bryant's got his second bucket tonight. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Russell against Rubio. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Well, I tell you what, Ricky Rubio has everything you want out of a player except one thing. He has to learn to shoot it better. Rubio can defend, he can pass, he can lead a team, but until he becomes a better shooter, I think he's going to short-circuit his potential.
Garnett, the screen. The drive by Rubio. Nice D from Russell. And the Lakers have possession. Trailing by 2. And back to Ricky Rubio for a moment, who certainly is at the hub of what this team does. Averaging over 8 assists a game for his career through last season. If he can stay healthy, gain some weight, this is a guy to watch.
It really is. And listen, they're also built now for him because they got those great athletic wings. And if he can shoot it a little bit better, I mean, I think he's going to have more opportunities to spread the floor and drive and make plays. And for his first 4 seasons in the league, never hit over 38%. That's not going to get it done at the highest level.
And here's Martin following the three-pointer by Kobe Bryant. Martin attacking. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Bryant, and he lays it straight in. Kobe's got 10 points.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this high.
And Rubio kicks to Towns. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Kobe, coming off a solid outing against Washington.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. I'm sure he appreciated it.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Well, it didn't take long for us to see just how explosive Andrew Wiggins can be in the air. I mean, had a handful of huge dunks throughout the course of the season. He's going to make a lot of posters during his NBA career.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Garnett. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Ricky Rubio. And he gets the bucket. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Well, Greg, you're right. It's clear to see with Wiggins. He is already fearless with his dunks. Clark, he'll go right at any big man with impunity and finish over.
Yeah, and I think people knew he was a special dunker, but they didn't know how aggressive he would be in attacking the basket. That's where he surprised folks. Kobe Bryant with a beautiful pass that time.
and Young comes over to help. Martin attacking. Stolen by Clarkson. Fast break, the Lakers. Kobe against Martin. Wiggins with some nice D. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. At the top of the key, Towns. He kicks it to Levine. There's the triple. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
Kevin, let's take a look here to see where the Lakers rank in the NBA. 9th in free throw percentage. 10th in fewest turnovers per game. And you know what? They're also in the top half of the league in scoring second chance points. There's room for improvement there, but I don't think they're too disappointed with what they've done in that area so far.
And getting back to their free throw percentage, you know, it might seem like a small thing, but sometimes it's those little things that can put a team over the top.
Here's the dish to Muhammad. Jang, a screen. Wiggins drives in. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Clarkson kicks to Kobe. Fades away, and he gets it to go. Bryant's got 14 points for the game.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Muhammad. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. And Dang gets it to go. Clarky talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody.
Kobe Bryant dealing with the wear and tear of decades in the league. He talks about how he remains effective.
Well, you have to make adjustments. You know, you try to figure out what you can and can't do, and you have to try to learn that pretty quickly and figure out how effective you can be. And so it's just about making adjustments.
Well, at Kobe's age, and with the 2 years' worth of injuries, is coming back for him just a matter of Greg adjustments, or is that another way of saying he has to limit everyone? Expectation, including his own.
You know what? When it comes to Kobe Bryant, history has shown that the normal rules just don't apply. I think it's the rest of the league that's going to have to adjust to a well-rested and still very lethal Black Mamba.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Clarkson is out there with Williams. Then it's Brandon Bass. Then there's World Peace. And it's Young in at the 3, the small forward. Kobe's checked in for Los Angeles. The Lakers in the lead. Well, there was a time when the media had written off Shabazz Muhammad as an impact player we showed last year. He belongs in this NBA.
Yeah, certainly did. I mean, he improved in every facet of the game, and sometimes we tend to write guys off a little too soon, Kevin. The media in general, not you in particular. He's been a big-time performer for the Wolves.
Deflects the pass. One-on-one here. Kobe, that's for 2. They grabbed their own miss.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Here's Levine. He's covered by Clarkson on the wing. Wiggins. Here's Dang, and he goes in for the dunk.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
Fader on the way. And again, Kobe Bryant. Kobe's got the lead up to 3 now for the Lakers. The Timberwolves have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
And, you know, a huge moment for Kobe last season before the injury. I mean, great Michael Jordan on the all-time scoring list.
Bjelica, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Bean passes to Muhammad. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
For Kobe, that was him moving into the 3rd spot ahead of Michael Jordan. Says a lot, Clark, about where he stands among the greats.
And you look at it, he is first among perimeter players now in that regard. So he's clearly on a very short list of the greatest wingmen of all time in the history of the league.
Got a hand on it. Fast break. The Lakers. Young with the ball. Fires from the wing. That doesn't go either for Bryant. Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's Levine. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
Yeah, and talk about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, he did a good job of getting them to overcommit and getting himself to the line.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor.
Hey, for Zach LaVine, the dunk contest last season was his coming out party to the world. He put on a show that everybody in the NBA was buzzing about.
Ricky Rubio checked in for the Timberwolves. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. Outside Bryant. Kobe draws the double. And now the Timberwolves on the break. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Bryant's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And for Levine and his dunking, if you saw him in college or last season, you knew he was a very special player in the air.
Well, Levine can be one of the great all-time dunkers with his height and ability to lift off. He gets airborne so effortlessly that there are few that can match his power and finesse once he's airborne.
Towns, he's checked in for Corky Dane.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter. Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those playing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And Bryant gets it to go.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Rubio dishes to Levine. Hits Prince on the wing. No good off the back of the rim.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And that one's good. And now it's a 9-point Laker lead.
What an amazing trick shot to confound the defender. Oh, man, that's awesome. He's taking him to school right there.
The rebound by Young. Young's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And, guys, the Lakers last season were just a completely different team after Kobe's injury. Not so much in results, but just in how they played on the floor. They actually fared better without Kobe than most thought they would.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it and then excellent execution.
And the shot no good, a bit short. Timberwolves trail by 7. And for the Lakers, without Kobe last season, it was really a stark difference in styles of play and quality. No single person Clark stepped in to carry their offense. It took a group effort.
Well, you know, it was almost April, Kevin, before somebody surpassed Kobe in field goal attempts on the team. It'll be interesting to see how they build the offense this year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Adrian Payne comes in for Bjelica, and Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for Tayshaun Prince. Here's Clarkson. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Here's Towns. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. And that one's good. Wiggins.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Here's Kobe. And the layup is good. Kobe's got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Pass to Towns. Puts up the baby hook. And we've reached him.
Well, Ricky, what does it say about this team to have...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Some incredible work in this one by Kobe Bryant. He ended up with 31 points. That does it for halftime as the game is just about set to get going.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
Kobe having just a fantastic game. 31 points and some assists, too. How about 3 of them? You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
And Clark, he's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and his D, it has been on point.
Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. Towns is out there with Garnett, and it's Rubio in at point guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And Ricky Rubio, one of the youngest international basketball stars ever. We started hearing about him in the U.S. back when he was 16. And even then, powerful teams in Europe were all vying for his services.
Wiggins against Bryant. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, guys, in the NBA, you learn things by doing them in game-time action. And Andrew Wiggins had plenty of time to learn on the job. He was second in the league in minutes played last season, only behind James Harden.
Outside, Martin. To the middle. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Bryant. Looking over the numbers again, Greg, Wiggins logged a ton of minutes as a rookie, over 36 minutes a game, Clark. That led all rookies in the NBA.
And how about leading everybody in the league in minutes played after the All-Star break, Kevin? Almost 40 minutes a game is what he averaged after the All-Star break. You know, when you're bad or struggling in the West, things can go south in a hurry. I mean, the Wolves ended with the worst record in the league last year at 16-66, and a lot of those losses came in their conference.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's World Peace. On the wing, Kobe. Covered by Rubio. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. Well, last season, the Wolves did struggle in conference, as was expected. 7-45 against the rest of the Western Conference.
Listen, nothing harder in sports than learning how to win. And there's no doubt that Minnesota took a lot of lumps as a young team last season. 3 of those conference wins that you mentioned, though, did come against playoff teams. So there's that little silver lining of hope.
Minnesota making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins. Zhang's got 6.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Clarkson kicks to Bass. Lock at 6. Kobe against Martin. From deep. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at Minnesota. They're sitting 8th right now in the early going. And, of course, the Lakers. Right now, quite a ways down below.
And I think for the Timberwolves, it's been a nice run they're on to start the season, especially when you compare it to the way it ended just a year ago.
Yeah, and there's an impressive buzz around this team right now. They're very capable of far more wins than they had a year ago.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Garnett. And Shabazz Muhammad subbed in for Andrew Wiggins.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Here's Bryant. Can't get it to go. The Timberwolves go the other way with it.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And here we go. Moving it up. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bass.
Over the last month, let's see, Kevin, where the Timberwolves stand in the league ranking. 5th in free throw percentage. 6th in second chance points. And they're in the top half of the league in team rebounding as well. They've got some glass eaters on that squad.
And talking about how consistent they've been at the foul line. So often it's an afterthought. But the good teams find a way to make teams pay for sending them to the free throw line. That's been a key all season.
They get the rebound. Kicks to Clarkson. Lakers working the ball around now. World Peace with a screen on Martin. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. And that's now 35 points for Kobe Bryant. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And, you know, for Brandon Bass, such a big asset to Boston last year, and they're pushed to make the playoffs, especially after the Celtics had traded away several key veterans. His toughness, his strong mid-range game, that all helped.
And Muhammad kicks to Martin. Second shot opportunity. It's deflected. Outside Bryant. The feed to Clarkson. Outside Bryant from 15 feet away, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
Martin wide open. He fires. That doesn't go either for Martin.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Clarkson kicks to Young. Bass, a screen on Martin. Down low. Bass's shot. Good. Bass has got his first basket of the night.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Ryan against Rubio. It's deflected.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Kobe, that's for 2. Bass passes to World Peace. Outside, Kobe. Back to World Peace. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Some changes for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in. For Gorgie Dan. Adrian Payne comes in for Bielitsa. And Levine subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Levine. Feeds to Muhammad. They set the pick. And it's Martin penetrating. Comes up empty off the pick.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
To stop the drought. Oh, and he just knocked down the...
All right, target seven coming out of the court now are your two dancers.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Here's Clarkson. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Clarkson at point with Kobe. They're the backcourt. Young is out there with World Peace. And it's Bass in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Clarkson dishes to Young. On the wing, Bryant. Shot clock at 5. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Four on the clock.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Prince, right side. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Bryant is doubled. He feeds it to Clarkson. Back to Bryant. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Timberwolves trail by 4. Wiggins left side. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Wiggins has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Minnesota. Up top, Kobe. Covered by Wiggins. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Dishes it to Bryant. World Peace with a screen on Wiggins. They grab their own miss. Outside, Kobe. And that one goes long.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Prince kicks to Wiggins. Prince, the pass to Levine. It's good. This game is all even.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending him to the free throw lines than to have him get that good a look.
Here's Kobe. It's the outside fadeaway. Bryant's got 39.
Kevin, that's beautiful. With the guy all over him, the fadeaway was about the only option he had, and he cashed in on it.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the Timberwolves head coach talking to his team. He talked mainly about giving them a different look defensively and dropping more bodies into the paint, saying, listen, they're eating us up on the inside, and we need to do whatever it takes to stop it. Guys, back to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
And guys, it looked like Nick Young had finally put it all together. I mean, he had a huge campaign 2 years ago, signs a new 4-year deal. Then last year, disaster strikes. I mean, he provided very little to the team outside of shooting the basketball. And even with that, he dropped to a career worst, 37% from the field.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Bass. Randall comes in for Meta World Peace. And Larry Nance is subbed in for Young. Just his first attempt. And Hibbert with the basket on the assist from Kobe. And the Lakers lead by 4. Well, Greg, getting back to Young, it's tough to completely judge him on last year's numbers because he was fighting through knee injuries, ankle injuries, all kinds of things. Clark, they only played 42 games.
Yeah, but when he's right, he can light it up. I mean, he's a go-to scorer, but he just never got right last season.
Kobe, no good. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against the Washington Wizards. He tries for three. Garnett grabs the board.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Wiggins against Nance. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
How about Wiggins in this one? 16 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
Martin's checked in for Minnesota.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
Kobe with it. It counts, and the foul. That one on Martin.
I really thought they did a much better job of getting it inside in the first half. They've got to get back to throwing it in the paint more here in the second.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Pass to Garnett. Pulls it from the elbow. Offensive rebound.
Great-looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot. The spin freed him up, but he just couldn't follow through with the shot.
Martin dishes to Rubio. There's a good screen. Shoots off the screen. The Lakers with the rebound.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Here's Bryant. True on the 14-footer. Bryant's got 46 points.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're behind by 5. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter. $1:19 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's Rubio penetrating inside. Here's Towns. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 5th assist in this one. Now here's Kobe. Hibbert with the screen. Bryant with it. And it's Martin picking him up. Bryant against Martin. 5 to shoot. Here's Nance. No good. And Minnesota now the other way. Pass to Towns. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Now Bryant. Picked by Randall. Inside. Layup off the pick. Connects.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Gotta score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste here, partner.
And it's Martin missing. And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
And the Timberwolves call timeout. They trail by 7. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, they can call all the timeouts they want, but really, I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah, I'm ready to go home just like the players are. There's nothing they can do to salvage this one right now. Let's go. Get out of here. Game done.
You summed it up.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't think we need to comment after that.
Adios. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're up by 7. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Now that you can tell there's some bad blood here. They're just rubbing it in now by calling a timeout.
Yeah, there really isn't much for them to be talking about. This is rubbing it in and adding salt to the wound.
And so
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Kobe Bryant. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge, and the impact carried them through the entire game.
Look, how many times have we seen games like this from Kobe? He was the primary option. They needed a bucket.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.